From the world's largest goo ball to the fastest cat in existence, today I want to push Deadlock to its absolute limits using the brand new enhanced and legendary items. You see, Valve added a whole host of new items to the game when they introduced Street Brawl, including legendary items like Seraphim Wings, as well as enhanced versions of every single item in the game. But the problem is, it's actually really hard to experiment with these and figure out some broken item combos, because well, you can't access them normally. They're not in the item shop here, even in the hideout. However, as you'll notice, I've got Seraphim Wings right now. I can fly! Look at Viscous! Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So, how do we do this? Well, if you've seen my video explaining what all the legendary items do, then you are already familiar with how to get access to these items. One of my moderators, Claymeister, made a comprehensive post on Reddit showing the commands to access every legendary item and also turn on enhanced items. So if you're in a sandbox setting, like the hideout or the regular sandbox, then you can open up the console by pressing F7, and then you can paste in any of the commands to get access to these items. So today, what I want to do is find the absolute most broken item synergies using all of the enhanced and legendary items in the game, which is some testing that normally just isn't really possible in this game. So that way, if you do find yourself in a lucky Street Brawl game, you might get access to an insanely broken synergy that you might not have known about before. So let's start off with something pretty simple. I'm playing Viper, which means you can probably already guess what we're about to test. She has a unique mechanic where you can slide significantly farther than any other character. So, if we buy every slide item in the game, how far can we slide in one go? So let's buy Enhanced Burst Fire, which gives 100% slide distance, Enhanced Fleet Foot, which gives 35% slide distance, and then let's paste in the console command to get Electric Slippers. And with a maxed out Slither, we should now have about 245% increased slide distance. Now remember that Viper can also slide up ramps, so we can just slide. And then keep sliding. And then keep sliding. And oh, I get to make it to this ramp, and I'm not even losing any momentum right now. Alright, let's gracefully slide past the Guardian here, and we could just keep going. And we could just keep going. And keep going. And keep going. And keep going. Oh, until I hit a wall. Now, of course, with the ability to slide around infinitely, it would be remiss of me not to test what happens if you buy every single fire rate upgrade in the game while also enhanced. And so let me just quickly murder some poor Infernus test dummies. I promise no real Infernuses were hurt in the making of this video. These are just test dummies. They're not real. They can't feel pain, okay? And in case you're wondering why I have them just permanently dying to base bosses here, that'll be important later in the video. But now that I've got 8 stacks of glass cannon, let's just slide on over to the other side of the map real quick. And let's just start taking out some of these bosses. Oh my goodness. Let's activate our Blood Tribute and Vampiric Burst, and look at how fast I am firing. Oh my goodness. Let me also max level real quick so I have boons for damage. Yeah, that is some fire rate. That's a lot of rounds per second. And for your convenience, by the way, just for testing some silly things, I have this Abrams with a lot of hit points. More than 11,000 hit points. Almost 12,000 in total, because we've got Enhanced Trophy Collector and it's almost at max stacks. It's still actually taking me a while to get there. But with Enhanced Glass Cannon and all these other fire rate buffs, let's just see how fast we could kill him. Oh, yeah. That is pretty nice. Oh, yeah, and he's got Cheat Death as well, just because it gives a lot of bonus health. But, man, that is some damage. And listen to the sound of this gun. Yeah, that is not okay. That's too many bullets. How do you fit that many bullets into a small gun like this? And with the split shot, I mean, we are just spraying infinite bullets on the wall. Oh my goodness, that is too funny. So sliding infinitely like this is pretty cool, but next I want to test something different. How fast can we run? Alright, now let's just kill a few more Infernus here, and boom! Alright, I am at max stacks of Trophy Collector. Yeah, one perk about Enhanced Trophy Collector is that the more stacks you get, the easier it is to, blow everyone up. It also has some unintended side effects, though. Yeah, that's, I'm pretty sure that's not how that's supposed to work. Look at that goofy dash. Anyways, the reason we're playing Calico is because Ava has a very special modifier, where she gets plus 110% movement speed. This is the highest scaling percent-based movement speed modifier in the game, and it allows us to achieve a ludicrously high movement speed stat when scaling with these different items here that provide stupendous amounts of move speed. 5.5 meters from Juggernaut, 5.5 meters from Veilwalker, 6 meters from Fleetfoot. We get so much move speed here. And we can also make use out of one of the legendary items, Shrink Ray, to get another 5 meters per second of move speed. So if I become tiny like this, and then turn into an even tinier cat, and then I go ahead and activate Fleetfoot and Magic Carpet here, you can see that we achieve a breakneck pace of 31 meters per second. This is amazing. Look at how fast I'm able to travel. However, this is nowhere even close to the top speed we can achieve. And you'll notice that if I just start running on the ground here, I haven't activated Fleetfoot or Magic Carpet and I am moving faster. And that's because, well, you can't sprint on a Magic Carpet, and sprint actually makes up a huge chunk of our overall movement speed. And so, that's where Enhanced Trophy Collector comes in. 99 stacks of 0.2 meters per second of move speed, that's a lot. And we can also pair that with some other sprint speed modifiers, like the 8 meters we get from Healing Right, to go tremendously fast after a little bit of a ramp up. So I just really need to not run into any walls or anything like that, and just keep moving and holding down W like this. And luckily we have a little bit of leeway with which walls I can run into, but I just really don't want to reset my momentum for long. And as you can see, that number on the bottom left is slowly rising, 44, 45 meters per second. So I'm just going to keep doing this for a bit and see how far we can get. Oh yeah, and don't forget to activate Healing Right. The thing about Sprint, though, is that it does actually require us to build it up. It slowly accumulates over time. It's kind of an annoying quirk about sprint speed, but yeah, I mean, it makes sense, because if you just started sprinting at a breakneck pace immediately with a bunch of sprint items, you would be insanely hard to catch, and this is becoming really hard to control. I've got 60 meters per second of move speed. Let me activate Fleetfoot again. Let me put on a Healing Right again, and we are just gonna zoom. Oh my goodness, I just, like, launched myself off of that. I don't even know what happened there. We are achieving 70 meters per second, 71 meters per second of movement speed. Don't go too close to the Guardian. Oh my... Ah! This is too hard to control. This is too hard to control. Somebody help me. I need to shrink myself again. I need to turn into Ava again. 66 meters per second of move speed. Oh gosh, I ran into a wall. We can keep going though. Activate Healing Right again. Activate Veilwalker again. 71 meters per second of move speed, I think, is the limit of how fast we could go, and this is genuinely... this is too much movement speed. This is impossible to control! Oh my gosh! And if you're wondering what that compares to, in terms of like an automobile, that's about this fast. That's just stupid! I'm a cat! Not okay. Let's shift gears now and focus on some damage. I had this incredible build in a Street Brawl match one time for Sinclair, and it was almost perfect, except for the fact that I really suck at Sinclair and hitting Vexing bolts. So what I want to do is, well, I want to make that build even stronger, I want to make the Vexing bolts unmissable, and I also want to make them his primary fire. So first of all, let's get some legendary items. We are going to equip Patron's Blessing, which allows us to get a massive amount of permanent ability range and ability cooldown reduction for just all of our abilities. That is awesome. And then we can also upgrade to Frostbite Charm, which will give us a bunch of power on the ability that we imbued on, which in this case is the Vexing Bolt. We get 200 extra damage, 70 extra spirit power, and 50% more cooldown reduction. But we don't have to stop there. We can also get Omni Charge Pendant, and again imbue that on our first ability here, and this provides us 70% faster time between charges, 30% cooldown reduction, 50 bonus spirit power, and even more charges. And if I go ahead and upgrade this all the way, we are looking at a less than 4-second cooldown on the Vexing Bolt, with just 0.9 seconds in between the cast time. But, well, we're missing Enhanced Rapid Recharge, which further gives us 4 bonus ability charges, 35% faster time between charges, a bunch of cooldown reduction, and a bunch of spirit power. Now we have a sub 3-second cooldown on this, with 0.6 seconds in between bolts. Yeah, that's pretty nice, and the radius on these is already pretty extreme. It has a 3.2 meter radius. Very nice! But you'll notice I'm standing next to the Infernuses again, and that's because, well, we gotta get our trophy collector stacks back up. The chorus of Infernus dying will forever haunt my dreams. But now that it is definitively his primary fire, let's add a whole bunch of damage to the mix. So of course, we can get Boundless Spirit and Mystic Reverb here, both of which are enhanced to provide a ludicrous amount of damage, and right now we are looking at 1,072 max damage on the Vexing Bolt. But that's of course before Mystic Reverb takes effect, and also before we get Enhanced Focus Lens, which is going to provide 50% more damage on Expire and also completely shred the enemy's resistances. And for even more resistance shred, let's just throw Crippling Headshot into the mix, which when enhanced provides minus 28% spirit resist. For the lulz, let's add in even more ability range, Enhanced Greater Expansion providing 55% range, my gosh. Enhanced Tank Buster, so the first hit hits like an absolute truck. And finally, for even more range and damage, we're gonna get Spirit Burn for the 270 damage explosion with 20% ability range. And, I mean, yeah, that's a little bit overkill. So let's move on over here to the Abrams, who at this point has, 12,408 hit points. He doesn't have any spirit resists, though. This is just raw HP, because I want to see if we can one-shot this guy. So let's put down the assistant, and then let's throw some bolts into the air, and then cast the focus lens, redirect. Oh, that's a lot of that's a lot of damage. I didn't even use the crippling headshot on him, and we did almost one-shot him. And the great thing about the Vexing bolts is, well, I mean, just look at this cooldown. I have no cooldown on this, basically. No cooldown right here is off. Like all my other abilities, they have cooldowns. But these things are a proper primary fire. Like, what need have I for regular ammo when I can just do this to Abrams repeatedly? But that test wasn't good enough. I want a true one-shot on Abrams. I want to proc that cheat death immediately after the Mystic Reverb and Focus Lens end. So, let's summon the assistant, make sure we actually hit him in the head this time, then throw out our bolts, turn him into a bunny, and... oh. That is a 12,000 plus damage combo. So I think if I had a build like this, I would probably, finally, maybe, just maybe, be good at Sinclair. Oh yeah, and let's kill these base bosses here. I am tired of the cacophony of Infernuses dying coming from this side of the map. But enough of all of this hyper speed and super damage. What if I just want to be really big? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what this next build is all about. Yeah, this cube is the size of a walker. That's pretty fun. And that's just from one ability, because bear in mind, the cube doesn't scale with range. That's just Enhanced Colossus, which increases our model scale by 40%. Oh my goodness, this item is incredible. But of course, we are not just limited to Colossus. Oh no. We have the Goo Ball, which does scale with range. So just how big can we make this Goo Ball? Well, I have compiled every single range item in the game that I can physically put on this character, including, of course, the legendary item Mystic Conduit. So if I grab Cultist Sacrifice, just to make sure I have got as much range as I can, and then I use my Arcane Surge just like this, well, we have a ball that is gigantic. Oh my goodness, Walker beware! This thing is also Walker-sized. And if I use Colossus, I mean, oh my goodness. I'm so big I sink into the floor. This is a moon-sized goo ball. Let me do this again. Activate Colossus. Oh my gosh. This is not like the most incredible thing you've ever seen. Imagine this. Barreling towards you, dude. I would just give up. I would just give up. Why is this so big? I love this so much. Now, of course, the downside of the gigantic goo ball is that, yeah, it doesn't have the damage to back it up. But, I mean, at least you physically cannot miss these enemies. As a matter of fact, they stay inside the goo ball. So you can roll through them and hit them multiple times. That is really cool, at least. Oh my goodness, the thing, you can tell the goo ball wasn't meant to be this big because I am just, like, permanently glitched in the floor. This has got to be one of the best things I've ever seen in this game. I mean, I literally take up the whole lane. Okay, what happens if I try to go through a building? Because the actual collision hitbox doesn't change. See, I can still go in a building. I am the entire building now. Oh, these poor minions. They don't stand a chance. Okay, how do I get out of here now? Just like this? Okay. What about this building over here? Can I get in here? Oh, I can. Look at that graceful goo ball piloting. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this thing is a little big. Yeah, if you're in this room, you just insta-die. It doesn't matter, you are not escaping this. Now, throughout this video, I have used a whole suite of enhanced and legendary items to make my character overpowered in one way or another. But the simple truth is that you only need one item to attain godhood, and that is Eternal Gift. This Rem, this little guy right here, has been accruing buffs from Eternal Gift the entire video, more than 40 minutes. And this is the result. He has 12,000 health and counting. 15,000 max health, actually, if I go ahead and full health this character. He also has gained every trophy collector stack it is possible to have, just for good measure. So a 15,000 health little guy with 124 max ammo. And in case you're wondering what it's like to have creative mode levels of fire rate, well, that is it! I have 333% fire rate and 725% weapon damage from just one item. And, it appears that we have broken the cooldown system entirely. The game doesn't know what to do. I have 131% ability cooldown reduction from golden statues, which gets rounded down to 86%. But then, if I use my ultimate here, it still has a 47-second cooldown, even though the label says 24 seconds. Oh boy, I have completely broken the game at this point. Oh, and also, just in case you were wondering, we have 584 spirit power, which means that the pillow does 1,000 damage. But of course, even if we have the best item in the game, we can become so much more powerful. And with this setup of items that I've got, which includes Seraphim Wings for 40% global extra damage, and also, of course, free flight, Omni-Charge Signet for way faster time between charges with enhanced rapid recharge as well, Shrink Ray, so I can become almost impossible to hit, just for the lulz, Electric Slippers, and enhanced burst fire, just in case I feel like sliding infinitely for a change, because Viper isn't special. She's kind of a loser, actually. Oh, sorry, Viper main's catching shade for no reason. Mystic Conduit for a bunch of range and cooldown reduction, as well as enhanced transcendent cooldown, and then, of course, some gun items to just nuke enemy bullet resist and give us a huge helping of extra damage on top. Well, I am now playing a character that effectively just has creative mode. and can do anything in the game. He has a 10-second cooldown on the ultimate. It's supposed to be less than 4 seconds, but the game is still glitched. And my pillows can be my primary fire if I want to. They are the actual size of nukes, and they do over 2,000 damage when I'm flying in the air like this. I mean, what more do you need? But I mean, come on, this gun. This gun! This gun has got to be the most putrid thing I've ever seen. According to the game, we have 6,400 DPS. Before activating Seraphim Wings, before hitting them with Hollow Point, and before activating our Enhanced Burst Fire, and before our Lucky Shot as well. So I think the most fitting end to this video is just to destroy the Hidden King's entire base. And yeah, these pillows are just useless. Let's just delete that. Let's just delete the shrines. There goes shrine number 1. And, I mean, I'm reloading. I kind of don't even need to do that. Let's just kill this second shrine through protection, by the way. And there goes the Hidden King. Yeah, I am the patron that everyone must fear. And, well, GG's. So, this has been a fun video, experimenting with all of these ridiculously silly items. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you have some ideas for how you can use these new items to your advantage and do some absolutely silly things. And maybe, if you get really lucky, you can get a taste of this power in your next Street Brawl game. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and if you guys have enjoyed, then of course make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos from me. And I also live stream right here on YouTube every single day, Monday through Friday, and over on Twitch as well if you prefer that platform instead. So make sure to follow me over there. You don't want to miss out on the streams. It's a great time. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.